everyone, so today I'm back with another side-by-side cushion review. If you can hear some buzzing noise, there's a bit of like maintenance around my area that's going on. It's like the leaf blower outside the area, so there's this like really annoying buzzing sound, but I hope you guys don't mind. Anyway, I have my hair out of the way because we will be doing a side-by-side cushion review. As you guys know, I already did the Troiareuke A Plus cushion as well as the H Plus cushion side by side, and I thought I would put the A Plus cushion in comparison with this new launch, on maybe not so new launch, from Medicube, and it's their red cushion. It basically is also claiming to be really high in coverage and also does great things for your skin in terms of skincare benefits while not lessening the coverage abilities and also the makeup expectation that a lot of makeup lovers have, even though we have acne prone skin. So as you can see, my skin is not doing too well, so I thought it would be great to put these two side by side in comparison just to see which is better and also how it feels on the skin. So yeah, if you guys want to see how the Medicube cushion performs, then just keep on watching. Okay, so as you can see, this is the state of my skin. Not too good. Actually is quite scar filled and a lot of like cystic acne and breakouts, so that is something that I deal with on a monthly basis. But let's just get into the cushion review. You guys know that I tried the A Plus cushion from Troiareuke already, so I'm just gonna apply it on the left side of my face. As you can see here, I'm just gonna push into the cushion compact. You guys can probably see it's quite full coverage. I do have a few lumps and bumps, so that can't be helped, but a lot of the discoloration has been neutralized. The red ones are still peeking through, so you do need to use some sort of color corrector. This does not color correct by any means, and you generally do have to put a little bit of concealer on top. This is buildable to like a, I would say, full coverage, but not full coverage in the way that it cancels out even discolorations of redness. And you know, if you have severe rosacea, this wouldn't sufficiently dwindle down the severity of the redness, but it does do quite a lot in terms of coverage. And yeah, none of these cushions actually exaggerate a lot of my acne spots. It actually just feels really calming, and after prolonged experience using it, I really do like it. It feels really comforting on the skin, but I have not seen significant reduction in my acne in any way, but it's just something that doesn't aggravate it and doesn't, you know, prove to be anything that is harmful for the skin, if that makes sense. Moving over to the Medicube cushion, this is how it looks like. Into the puff. So it has sufficiently risen to the surface, and yeah, I think this color match looks quite good. I have the shade 23, so they do have a few shades for you to choose from. I'm just going to come in closer. So I must say that I was really shocked because this is so full coverage. It's full coverage upon the first dab onto the skin. It really, my right side generally has a lot more acne, and as you guys saw in the before shot, or you can kind of rewind forward, my right side is always way worse in terms of scarring and acne, which is why I wanted to test the Medicube cushion there, and it basically like covered up everything. Seriously, there isn't any discoloration showing through. It actually looks like there is makeup on your skin, but I think that it just performs really well. It sits very nicely, like it's quite hydrating, and I feel like this is a little bit more dewy than the A+ cushion. As I'm speaking, the A+ cushion has actually set down. It isn't as dewy, but it's a little bit more satin-like. This side is still really tacky. I like that it feels really comfortable on the skin as well. There's a bit of a medicinal scent with this one, so it's not anything that is too scentless or doesn't have anything that smells like chemicals, if that makes sense. So yeah, I find that the application, the smoothing process over the skin is super easy to work with, and it just blends out really easily. I actually didn't need to use that much product, but I wanted to see how much coverage I could achieve, and I find that it's like looking super flawless and looks damn good on my skin. I'm not sure what you guys think, but I brought you up really close so that you could see how much it actually covered. I find that this shade 23 has a very nice yellow undertone. It's actually quite brightening also. It's not anything that is super true to an NC 20 to 25. It is a lot more brightening, but I think that it's not too far discrepancy from my actual skin tone. And not much else to add at this point. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and get back to you. That's how both sides look, and I think they're looking really good and perfected, considering that they're mostly skincare properties, and also considering that with the intense market with cushions, there are a lot of cushions that claim to be super high coverage but isn't really, you know, doing its job in terms of coverage, in terms of shade match, in terms of blendability, buildability, sheerability. And I just think that these two are just really top-notch cushions. I think that the Medicube one actually pits against a lot of the high-end cushions. If you guys saw my Dior cushion review, the one that claims to be super full coverage, I really did like that one, but I found it to be really drying on the skin, and something that was a little bit, it's more like a liquid foundation that's saturated in a cushion. Nothing too fantastic about that. But these two cushions, the A+ as well as the Medicube one, these are super pristine cushions that, you know, live up to its whole claims about being really beautiful on the skin. I think that from a distance my skin looks really perfected, and yeah, not much else to say. I think that if it looks this good on my acne prone skin and makes my skin look so perfected, that's all I can really ask for. For the Medicube one, it's super full coverage right off the first application. You don't need to go back into the puff for too much. I think that if you do not want this high coverage, this might not be one for you, but for acne prone skin, I think that this will definitely cover a lot of severe acne issues and scarring issues with no problem. As for longevity, that I will have to test on a prolonged basis. Do check the description box where I'll give my prolonged updated thoughts. And yeah, I generally just update the top layer of the description box, and you can just read what I basically felt after a prolonged experience. So yeah, not much else to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!